It's really blindingly bright. We'll cut that.
Hi everyone, I'm Shane Bertall. This is my girlfriend, Hannah Aylward. I almost forgot your name.
Okay.
Weird. Today we're doing a Q&A because we've gotten thousands of questions from you guys, which is amazing. It really is like cool that you're so curious about our lives. So we picked a bunch. We're going to do as many as we can. There might be a few episodes of this Q&A.
Definitely.
Because we have a lot, and it would be hours if we did all of them.
Question number 1 is from Gangster Disciple. It says, will you ever do live videos on YouTube where people can donate to ask questions?
Is that a real thing?
I didn't know that existed.
Huh.
So we're doing a free Q&A right now. I don't know why we're wasting our time with this one.
You sniveling little viewers. You submitted free questions. I don't know, yeah, we'll look into it.
Yeah.
We've talked about doing live. Just haven't gotten around to it yet.
All right, question number 2 is from PackLove1. It says, what were your family's reactions to your relationship? At the beginning, I think my parents were a little bit alarmed that I was talking to someone online that lived far away.
Very far away?
Yeah, he was in Pennsylvania, I was in Minnesota. That's just a very weird thing, especially coming from their perspective. They didn't grow up with the internet and had no idea that a normal person could be on there.
You're like, I found this man in a video and I'm in love with him.
But once they FaceTimed with him, they realized that he was a real person and he was funny and adorable and they loved him.
I actually, pretty early in the relationship, began to enjoy FaceTiming with Hannah's parents more than FaceTiming with Hannah.
Okay.
So
you did text my mom. You bonded with her before you met.
I used to text your mom all the time.
Yeah. And then once they met, there was no questioning our relationship because they loved Shane.
So there was nothing about the wheelchair.
No, there wasn't.
That's whole life.
Which people assume that there would be, but my parents just didn't care. Just didn't question it.
Chill people.
Yep.
I love
very chill.
Liz and George.
How about your family?
No, I mean my family was kind of the same thing. They heard me. Well, they saw me being in my room FaceTiming pretty much nonstop once we met, and so they knew from my my newfound happiness that Hannah was amazing, and then you talk to them over FaceTime and stuff a little bit.
And then you told them you were picking up a girl at the airport.
And then a few months in, I was like, so she's gonna come here and stay for a few days. But they were really chill with it.
All right, this is from Jeremiah Parker. Do you plan on starting a family? Smiley face.
Aww.
Yes, not yet. I'm in college, but yeah, eventually, definitely.
Yeah, you have one more year. Well, half a year.
Half a year. Couple months.
And then we will begin pumping out the babies. My goal is to have enough for a soccer team.
Okay.
So, my own family soccer team.
This is from Kat Von Kitty. Do you ever feel caregiver burnout, Hannah? What do you do for self-care? I haven't felt that yet. I mean, we've been living together for 9 months, or maybe 10 months now. And that hasn't really happened. There isn't a lot of caregiving that happens. I think that's why.
Yeah.
And
I'm pretty neglected. So.
Okay. And getting him into bed at night, we're just going to bed, stuff like that.
And it takes 5 minutes.
Yeah. There isn't a lot of intense
showers, which I think people assume are a bigger deal.
Take 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Yeah.
I go to the bathroom once a day,
yeah.
Just naturally. And that takes 2 minutes.
Because you drink no fluids, that's why.
Yeah.
And for self-care, I have things going on in my life. I go to school and I have swim practice for 4 hours a day.
Friends.
So I think that exercise definitely helps. And seeing my friends at school, I have a fairly normal life.
Yeah. I just want to really dispel the idea that Hannah is locked here in the apartment, with her nurse scrubs on, taking care of me, and it's not like that. We both have our own lives, and that's what's cool about our relationship, is we're just supporting each other in our own lives, and then doing stuff together as well.
Yeah. This is from Sid D. I would love to hear a more in-depth explanation of how you two met. Was it love at first sight?
Mm-hmm.
We are going to do a longer video about how we met with lots of details. It would take forever here, so we're just going to save that. Okay, this is from Crystal W. It says, to Hannah, what are people's reactions when you introduce Shane to them as your boyfriend? My friends all like knew, you know, like I never really had a moment where I was like, this is Shane and he's my boyfriend, because I had talked about him before they met him and stuff. And then like strangers just assume that I'm not his girlfriend. When people at a restaurant see us acting like a couple, they'll like, some people have come up and been like, this just warms my heart, like this is so beautiful.
We had a woman cry on us. We were just eating dinner at a restaurant, and I guess it was clear that we were a couple, even though most people don't assume that. And she came up with tears in her eyes and was like, this is just the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. She made me drunk. But yeah, I mean, once people find out that we're a couple, they usually go to the other end of the spectrum, and they're just like, that's amazing, oh, praise you.
Yeah. All my friends, like, I haven't had any negative reactions from people I know. All right, this is from Kendra Lee. Did the people from the hotel ever call about the pee jar? No.
No, that pee jar is out there somewhere.
Yep.
I hope it doesn't miss us.
And also, my electric toothbrush was also there.
Yeah, but not as important.
Very important. No one ever called about that.
Your like $100 electric toothbrush is
your
lost.
99-cent pee jar, yeah.
I will find it someday, and I will return it to its home.
Okay. This is from Joseph Pisani. How do you guys deal with disagreements and frustrations as an interabled couple? Does it affect the caring role sometimes, and how?
So I'll put it this way. If we have just had an argument, I'm not immediately going to be like, hey, can I take a shower now? But I think overall, one thing that I love about our relationship is our conflict management, or conflict resolution abilities. Yeah. We don't really ever fight. Like, we just don't have a lot of disagreements.
We don't.
But when we do, it's usually over something pretty stupid, but we like escalate it.
Well, our main fight that we've had as a couple was when Shane said that football was harder than swimming, and I got really offended. So we had an argument. Like, that was a legitimate argument.
That argument began kind of just like as a joke back and forth, but then we both got like angrier and angrier. If you're in a relationship, you know how it goes. Even more serious arguments, we separate for a bit, and
like for a week or two.
No, literally like a
private
few
time
hours.
for like not hours. We've never had to separate for hours.
I know, but my point is, it's not long.
Sure.
And then both of us are just like, this is stupid. Why are we fighting?
All right. Sunny Day asks, do y'all want to get married at some point in the future? Yes.
I just have to ask the question. I don't know what I'm waiting for. Actually.
Okay.
Hannah?
From Lindsay Yates. How did Shane's parents react to him moving? With them being his caregivers for so long, what concerns did they have? Were they on board for the big life change?
Yeah, they were for it. They were like nervous, and they had questions. My mom especially had a bunch of like, how will you do this? How will you do that? And it all came from a place of love. Their biggest thing was like making sure that Hannah was comfortable with this new situation where she would be doing most of my care. In the first 2 years of our relationship, before we moved in together, Hannah had visited dozens of times, and we've gone on trips together. Yeah. So it's not like you were like unaware.
I'm gonna learn as we go. Yeah.
Yeah, you knew what was involved.
Okay. Billy Joe Mount asks, everyone's asking about kids, so I'll ask if you want any pets in the future. Yes, I would like a dog or a couple of dogs. I love dogs. We do have our rats, but I do want a dog in the future, and I think that she should get a service dog.
Yeah, that's something we've been talking about. But if you want to see our rats, we have a video in our video history, so you can go check out Becky and Squirt.
They're very cute. Sonia Wicks said, fundamental question, life-changing question, pineapple on pizza, yes or no? Okay, so my answer to this is that I will eat it, but I wouldn't order it. Like when my swim team gets pizza, I eat the pizza with the pineapple on it, and I'm like, okay.
Do they order it with pineapple?
Yeah, because some people really like it. Well, not all of the pizza has pineapple, but I'll take a slice.
I don't. No, I don't think I don't like that. Okay. I've had it.
You don't really like pizza?
Yeah, I'm not a big pizza fan. I mean, it's fine, but I wouldn't.
It's hard to chew.
I would eat it, but I wouldn't order it.
Okay. Lena Elisa says, how do you both earn your money? I am a senior in college right now, and I work as a lifeguard at my school and also as like an office assistant in my major department.
I am an author, and I've written 3 books. We'll put links in the bio. So that is my main source of income.
Another lost human says, what's your biggest pet peeve about each other and your favorite quality about each other? Shane is pretty easy to share a bed with because he doesn't move, but he thinks that he's a small person and he gets mad when he's like anywhere near the edge of the bed.
I am small.
So he's small, but the way that he needs to lay is that like his head is here and then his butt like protrudes out and then he like tucks his knees up. So he thinks that he's taking up like this much room, but he's taking up this much room. So I have no room when we sleep. That's my pet peeve.
What's a pet peeve I have about you?
It's nice that it's taking so long.
Oh, pet peeve. Hannah doesn't like the sound of me chewing. So that's another pet peeve for you.
It's not just you, it's the sound of everyone chewing. I really don't like chewing sounds.
And when I'm eating anything, I will constantly notice her giving me a look. It's just like...
No, it's not when you're like eating dinner. It's when we're not doing anything and you ask for like a snack and then for like 3 hours you slowly go through a bowl of Poppables and I'm like, Poppables are his favorite potato chip.
But it's just that look.
Yeah, I'm like, do you really need to put one in your mouth right now?
You need to chew that food.
Yeah.
Just swallow it. Favorite quality though.
I wasn't even gonna do that one. Forgot.
My favorite quality is Hannah's, she gets really passionate and fired up about things.
Oh, you like that?
I do like that. It annoys me sometimes when it's something that maybe I don't feel the same way about. But I love your passion for things that matter, and most of those things that you care about are all focused around equality and making the world a better place for all people, and I think that's cool.
Oh.
And you're really pretty.
Okay. My favorite quality about Shane is probably his optimism and how he just has a good outlook on everything, no matter what's happening. Like when we're in a stressful situation, it's nice because he is good at keeping things calm and positive and helping me stay.
That also
relaxed.
Sometimes annoys you.
Well, yeah, that also. Well, when it's worthy of being worked up about. I'm feel it, but yeah, most of the time it's helpful.
Oh, I love you.
I love you.
People watching are they're acting. They don't love each other.
She's a shit actress. I don't believe any of this. How old are the both of you? That's an easy one. I'm 23. Just turned 23.
I'm 26. My birthday's in May.
No one asked what your birthday was.
May 28th.
Well, mine's December 12th.
1992.
1995. Rayanne Williams asks, what happens if Hannah is sick and can't take care of Shane? That hasn't really happened yet, but what would happen is that my parents would help.
Yeah.
My parents and my siblings all live close to us.
Both of your siblings are older, families of their own, and they can help out as well.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of people in the area that can lend a hand, and they help out even when you're not sick. If you're going to be away all day, and someone needs to pop in to help me with lunch. I also just want to say, I think a lot of people assume that I require 24-hour attention, and that's not true. During most days when you're at school, I'm just alone, or at least I don't need care. I'm content on my laptop and my phone. That's where I do all my work, and so.
And you can't feed yourself. He has a snack during the day that he eats himself.
Mm-hmm. So I'm pretty independent. It's not like someone always needs to be here.
Crystal Marie Lofink said, my question is, what made you guys want to start a YouTube channel?
Because it came from the annoyance at how people out in public are so rude about my disability and our relationship. People will talk slowly to me. They always assume I'm a child, and even when they learn that I'm an adult that can talk, they still direct everything to Hannah as if I can't make decisions. So I think our purpose, even if we didn't know it at the time, was to just show the world that having a relationship with someone that has a physical disability is not this bizarre, impossible thing.
Yeah.
It's very normal.
And we kept meeting, especially online, more couples like us where one of the people had a physical disability, and they would commiserate with us and be like, oh, we experience these same things. So I think there were just a lot of reasons that we were we really want people to realize that this exists.
Mm-hmm.
Angela Ferrucci asks, this one is for Hannah. Do you plan on going to grad school after you graduate? What kind of career would you be interested in? Or will you continue to be Shane's caregiver full time? You haven't talked too much about your own life besides swimming. So I think I do plan on going to grad school. I think law school, but I'm not positive yet. I'm definitely going to take a year off. I don't really know what I want to do. This question about me being Shane's caregiver full time, I think a lot of people have asked, assume that I'm paid to be his caregiver, and I'm not paid to be his caregiver. That's that does happen, but spouses can't be paid in the state of Minnesota to be a caregiver for one another, and it's just a very tricky process to get money for that.
Just to reiterate, I am not paying Hannah to be my girlfriend, my caregiver.
No one is paying me.
There's no money exchange happening here.
Yeah. So I will continue to be Shane's caregiver, but that isn't a job or anything like that.
You're not financially benefited from that.
No, I'm not. Wish I was. Okay, there are 2 food-related questions addressed to me, so I'm just going to combine them. BMJ97 says, Hannah, what's your least favorite food? You seem to be a foodie, and I wonder if there's anything you dislike. And then Elise Coffin says, how does Hannah eat so much and still stay in shape? Okay, so I do eat a good amount, and I have a sweet tooth.
I did a good amount.
I am a swimmer for my college, and I swim a very large amount.
A lot of hours a week.
Yep, allows me to eat a good amount of food, as I said. Least favorite foods. Ooh, what do I not like?
You don't like licorice?
Yeah, I hate licorice, but that doesn't really count.
That's the only food I can think of that you don't like.
I know. What do I not like?
Sausage?
I like sausage. You know I like sausage. Italian sausage on pasta. Ooh.
Cheese.
Yeah, but I love cheese on nachos.
You don't like macaroni and cheese.
Oh, I don't like macaroni and cheese. That's that's pretty weird.
Sauce.
I do not melt liquid cheese. I do like queso to dip chips in though. I just don't like macaroni and cheese really. And I don't like fettuccine alfredo. I don't like Alfredo sauce.
There you go.
There you go. Okay. I don't like creamy sauce.
You're so excited that you found
I found a food I don't like.
foods that you don't like.
Yeah. I mean, I'll still eat it. I just don't like it. This is Katie Albright. She says, what are some places you guys still would like to travel to? Poland.
Poland, yeah.
So my mom is from Poland, and it's my favorite place in the whole world, and I would like Shane to come there with me.
Krakow?
Mm-hmm.
How do you say it?
Well, Krakow in English, yeah.
I want to go to Barcelona. I heard it's very accessible.
You want to go to Ireland too? Anywhere in Ireland.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All over. So many places.
Yeah. Mackenzie Schultz asks, how do you 2 deal with all the negativity? That's the craziest part of being a social media presence, everyone thinking their rank opinions matter. You 2 do an amazing job of rising above it all. Do you have any tips? It's definitely gotten easier over time. I think I was really disturbed by rude comments at the beginning.
You wanted to argue with everyone.
Yeah.
And
I couldn't believe it. I was like, how dare you say that about me?
Well, because it's silly. People will get this idea in their head Hannah is receiving Shane's disability benefit check.
Which doesn't exist.
I don't get that. But they would write these comments as if that was the truth.
Yeah. And then everyone would be like, oh my god, really?
Yeah, well, I didn't realize that. That makes so much sense. We're also going to do an episode soon where we read some of the more hateful comments that we did.
Oh, they're good. I have a whole album on my phone right now.
Literally
screenshots.
Hundreds of them.
So when I see one pop up on my phone, a notification, and it starts with Hannah seems like a rude, and then I click on it and I'm excited. I get actually excited because I'm like, ooh, I hope this is a good one.
Yeah.
And then when it's just Hannah doesn't seem real, I'm just like, ugh, try harder.
You can do better than
That's
that.
already in my album.
We're having fun with it now, though.
Yeah.
We, at the end of the day, go through our comments and laugh about the negative ones together.
Yeah.
So that's how we handle it, laughing.
Anna Bokel says, what is your best memory together since you guys met? My favorite memory was the road trip that we took together, because that was our first time being alone together for, it was a month. Like before that, I think the longest I had been there was 2 weeks. And it was right after I had gone abroad to London.
Yeah.
And then I was in Poland with my mom. So we had been apart for 4 months, and then I flew to Pennsylvania and we had a whole month, and that felt so amazing. And that month was so fun.
I think my favorite memory was from that trip. We went to this really cool hotel in Texas.
Oh, yeah.
In, where was it? Rockville or something?
Rockwall.
But the pool at the hotel was beautiful, and the weather was beautiful, and we spent one day just laying in and next to the pool together in just the most beautiful, comfortable environment ever.
Another moment from that trip was when we were in Du Bois, or however you say it, Wyoming.
Wyoming.
Du Bois, Wyoming.
Du Bois.
Du Bois. That's how, I don't know how it's actually pronounced.
Du Bois.
It's not Du Bois.
Du
Bois, Wyoming, at this tiny motel, and we arrived and there was a sign it was 6:45 p.m. There was a sign on the door that was we're down by the river making s'mores, come get us. And we were okay.
It was a family run. Yeah, and then we get down there and they were gather around.
Make a s'more. And we were
a s'more?
Oh God.
We were we haven't eaten in all day.
Yeah, we need food.
Do you have any real food? They were nope, everywhere's closed around here.
Everywhere in that town closed at 7 p.m. So
we had Pringles.
We ate our snacks. Yeah, I had Pringles and gummy bears for dinner. It was fun though.
Which is a normal meal for Hannah anyway.
Beverly Keith asks, how long have you two been dating for? So we have been dating for almost 3 years. It'll be 3 years in March.
End of
so
March,
2 years and 10 months.
Yeah.
And then Muna asks, Shane, I'm usually a person with my foot in my mouth, so how would a person with a disability like to be addressed? Do you acknowledge it or not? When is it good to joke around after getting introduced? How do I not offend someone?
That's a good question. In the beginning, my disability really shouldn't play into how you interact with me at all. Just treat me like a person, as if you were meeting a new walking person. However you would talk to them, talk to me like that. And then the whole joking around about the disability, I think that comes naturally once we get to know each other and we feel more comfortable around each other. Because think about it, if you met any other person with an attribute of some kind, they wore glasses, you wouldn't make jokes about that to lighten the mood of meeting a new person. So it might be weird if you immediately began making jokes about my chair.
Yeah.
Just talk to me how you would talk to any other adult that you would meet in your life.
That was our last. Well, we have hundreds more questions, so there's going to be multiple parts to this, but this is the end of part 1. Those were really good questions.
Yeah, thank you everyone. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you soon.